All right, lads. Found this article. It's so good to be Nostradamus now and again. Predicted this one a long time ago. Daryl and I have been betting hard on it. So A16Z and Andreessen Horowitz, massive VC, company billionaires. So they must be right if they're writing an article about it. But realistically, what they've done is they created a new media team. And this is this basic summary from what I understand. This is a place where founders can actually learn how to create content so they can market their business. And what is this? It's VCs teaching their businesses, realistically, how to actually get distribution. Isn't that funny? We've been talking about distribution for apps for a while. And here we are.
Your crystal ball seems to be correct.
So let's go. What are your thoughts? It's good to be right. That's all I can.
Ken's like, my thought is, it's good to be a gangster. All right.
Good to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, 100%. It's funny. I got proven wrong, actually, by seeing this article because, when you've been doing something for a long time, you're like, come on, man, this is old now. YouTube's old. This has been around for 20 years. But then I see this and I'm like, holy heck, this is brand new. This whole thing is brand new, or this iteration of it. So it's pretty sick to see it. And I think with all the tools, and we've been saying this forever, if you watch any of our videos, you can create a product, sure thing, but can you tell people about it? And this is literally them betting on, we need a system to tell people about the products people are building, which is crazy. I think it's sick. I'm a big fan because they should come use Clipflow.
100%. And Andreessen team, if you're watching this, we got the tool for your founders.
Part of the fellowship, your Clipflow subscription. Yeah, discounted. Use Andreessen 10 for 10% off on checkout.
Andreessen 10.
Yeah, so the nice thing here is
You have to be able to sell it.
an ecosystem of next up high signal talent ready to attach. So almost like they're creating a little bit of creator pools so you can leverage them for you. That's what it sounds like. They've got a little fellowship, 8-week program for operators, creators, and storytellers. The people on LinkedIn, the comments are so funny. They're like, it's just, founders shouldn't be creators. And it's like, you know what? You're wrong.
Comment section
Creating a
is
sales.
going to be that way, isn't it? They're going to be the haters up until it's the way.
Can I tell a quick story about this real quick? One of my favorite stories ever is Walt Disney had no money to build Disneyland. So he went to TV stations and said, I'll document Disneyland for your station. So he freaking vlogged about Disneyland, and that is the sole reason that it was funded and still exists. And they had 1 million people through the first month. 1 million people back in 1950, baby. They did it back then. So all the people saying that founders shouldn't distribute, silly biscuits.
Yeah,
They're just silly biscuit.
they're trying to protect themselves sometimes. I think it's because it's hard. Like it's not easy to break through the noise. But if you don't do anything, what do you reckon's happening? It's very cool. So what are we talking about here? The 3 core parts of our menu options. So the essentials, we build and run owned channels that are habit forming. So build an in-house creative.
This is like A16Z Speedrun is a YouTube channel where they just do stuff for like collecting people, so they have their own brands that they own.
We offer Win the Internet for a Day as a service in any combination. One, a great video, podcast, and a high signal. So are they offering this to their founders, or am I understanding this incorrectly?
Firstly, they're protecting their investment because they're realizing, like, it used to be you have to go find the best tech founder. You still need a tech founder, but you can build code and no one sees it. What's the use? So they're protecting their own investment, so really doubling down on distribution and sales, and then offering it to all of the people who they come in. But it probably takes a little fee, like a lot of things VCs do, they charge you for.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, they own most of your company. No,
Sounds
but so
like
what?
an
This is interesting. So own your distribution, or better yet, use ours. So they've built up some distribution, and you're going to be able to pay to play.
That's like a hype for hype.
This is
So
why
when you're ready to launch,
the LinkedIn comments.
it's the shortcut that
they're like, you crush old media and create a new media which you then own, and then you can tell where it goes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Yeah. That's shortcutting the long-term organic hurdle, right? You need that extra push. Well, we've got a couple of 100,000 or a couple of tens of millions audience that we can push it to, and that starts your cycle. So you start your long-term organic journey much higher up at the start.
That's essentially what you need to sell it, because otherwise, if you're just plugging in your team to create content for them, we know this for a fact because we do it. It's very slow at the start. And unless you know that this is going to pay dividends several years down the track, people paying their money aren't going to see a lot of return instant, like a lot of tangible results. So yeah, you're going to need a network around that.
This is very interesting. So yeah, it feels like you're basically buying time in their channels, but they probably can help you build their own as well.
Yeah.
So like they're going to repost your stuff. they're invested in your company. They obviously want you to become a unicorn because they make heaps of money. It's very interesting, but it's cool to see because this is what we've been talking about. It's like, once the VCs, like we were talking about this as a great tool for VCs to use, is a tool like ClipFlow to get all their founders to use it and make organic content. So here we are. We make a joke about it, but it's kind of where we're heading, and it's nice to see. So these are the big boys, and
they're calling it forward deployed there, which is like forward deployed engineers. I'm guessing VCs always talk about forward deployed engineers, which is where you put one of your engineers in the business you're trying to sell. So I'm guessing they're going to put their people into your business to do the content with you as you're working.
Where team members embed themselves into portfolio companies for critical periods and execute and launch together.
Jeez, right? That's funny. We flirted with this for a while.
Yeah, so they're actually going in and doing it. So it's very service based.
Yeah,
but obviously they've got high leverage on what they're trying to do, because if their companies blow up, it's just great for their vals anyway.
They earn hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah.
So the bottom of
it,
this is very interesting. Turning VC into a network effect, man. There's a lot of gear here. The new media is the F1 pit crew adventure. Right?
This might be like very ignorant of me and show how like not aware of things I am, but do they ever do this with tech? Do they put an engineer in to make it successful? It's quite interesting, the difference between, with software engineering, you go find a good tech person, great, done. But do you ever put someone in and go like, this is how it should be built for quality down the line for a more valuable business? I've never seen this with media, but I wonder if it happens with software.
That's a good point.
Because I remember when I went and checked all the Y Combinator websites back in the day, like 100 of them, of their best performing ones, and all the websites were completely different and broke most of the rules in landing pages. And I was like, why don't they? Surely there's a net benefit to like them telling you how to have a good website. This is the same thing. This is how to have a good presence in the market. I wonder if they do that in any other thing, or is content such a mystery that people have to do it here?
But like, it would be very good. That's a very good value. This is something. Side note, this is a nice little distraction, but we've always spoken about this. Remember, we said if we ever start a new business, which we obviously haven't done now, but is go into create a place where we kind of set up the business for success, but be invested in it. So you come in, you start the business with them, you guide them all the way through, which is, these are the best practices, this. So you're not relearning lessons, because like you said, all the people are making the same.
It's like a React starter kit that already has like the page layouts built in.
He's
like
a
starter
HR
kit for
team.
business, though.
Yeah, HR starter kit, all those things.
Everything. It's your whole business starter kit. And then you just go in and you start it up and then you bet on the idea. So it's interesting to see they're doing this with content. They've obviously identified or working with someone else, I reckon. Someone else has come in. And
it could just be the biggest, most outsized impact for implementing as well. In which case, get onto it, guys, listeners. Comment down below if you've already started your journey, all of that.
It's just funny, we're seeing this in multiple facets of business now, that content and the content stream is becoming so much more talked about and used as traditional media is dying off. Like, you need to get into posting on socials and content now. You're seeing personal journeys of CEOs and founders. You're seeing big VCs plug and play their content teams into essentially move you faster. It's becoming so important everywhere.
Yeah. And what's really funny is how we just, that comment on old media is dead. I just love this also. They're just talking about old businesses here. They're talking about AC repair. I'm sure that's not a tech company. And if it is, I'd be very impressed. But one thing that's really funny is just the other day, Simba was reading a magazine, printed media, dying breed. And literally flicked through and found an oven, because we're looking for ovens right now. And we were like, holy crap, that's the oven. And we need to buy 5 of them. So instantly that pretty much paid for their entire ad campaign, most likely, in that magazine, which is dead. So it's very funny. It's quick to write off, but everyone starts shifting weight, and the person who does do printed gets all the eyeballs of the people who are sitting
like the record stores. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, man.
All right. Good stuff.
All right, my laptop's going to die, so peace.